Hello everybody. Recently we moved from Indiana to Missouri, and in the process I had to pack up all of my power tools. One particular tool I had was my sliding compound miter saw. It is huge, it is big, and it is bulky, and it is heavy. So at the time I was just moving it from bench to bench, and I didn't really have a dedicated miter saw station. So I decided to build something for my miter saw, a miter saw station, from all the scraps that I had that there's no way to take that, and there's no point to take that with me. But I also wanted this miter saw station to function as the transport box for that miter saw. Unfortunately, due to time crunch, I didn't have enough time to film the whole process, but I think this video will give you some ideas if you wanted to build shop furniture that is for the tool, but also as storage for that tool. And this box functions as a two-in-one, a transport, but also is going to be my miter saw stand when I flip this saw over. So when it's actually right now upside down. It was very easy to move with this thing. It was position the wheel so that it would fit. Position the wheels here so that it would fit into the U-Haul well. First thing I got to do to take this thing out of the box is to take these wheels off. While I have the saw upside down, let me show you how it's being held up. There's a bolt there, and it connects out onto this side of the bolt, and there are 3 of these that's holding the saw up against this frame. Now it's time to reinstall the wheels. One more flip. The entire project is screwed together, so I'm just going to undo these guys so I can take this top off and flip it over. That thing is heavy. The only joinery used here is lap joints for all the base framing. The entire base is framed with lap joints. So is this base where the saw has been held. These are also framed with lap joints. Everything else you see here are all butt joints. So these were put in there as support. And it's a pretty steady structure because the plywood here is holding all of these things together real tight. And these are all just butted up against each other and screwed together. There's no glue. I'm probably eventually going to have to paint this. And I'm thinking of using this cavity as a paint booth. One last thing, if your transport box has to fit through a door, make sure you measure the door so you can build your box so that it actually fits through the door instead of having to build a box and then having to fit it through that door. Don't ask me how I know this.